Hey there, Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Moon, Aquarius Rising. It's Maggie. Welcome to Moonlit Waters. Today we're going to take a look at a reading for you for like the next 6 to 8 weeks. So it's the end of January through February that we're going to cover. So Aquarians that are celebrating the birthday, happy birthday to you. That would be the Aquarian Suns. So I'm going to start with channeled messages that I received from you this morning when I opened up the Akashic records. And then we're going to pull an animal totem for you for the month. Then we're going to get into the tarot for the month, and then I'm going to break this out for the guidance. The guidance is going to be broken out as Sun, Moon, and Rising, and then we'll go through the weeks of the birthdays for you, so that if your birthday is being celebrated now through February, so all 5 weeks of it, then I'll pull birthday messages special for you for your solar return and how to best use those. And then we will get a final message for the collective. One of the things that we'll be breaking out for the Sun, Moon, and Rising will be when I did a poll. The thing that people were interested in is how does the North Node, South Node affect you? So we're going to break that out for you also. So let's get into channeled messages. So the first thing I saw was a couple of eggs that were cracked open and in a frying pan. And I said to Spirit, Aquarians, and you're showing me eggs? And they said, what do eggs mean to you? So, eggs are about, they were sunny side up. There wasn't even that. It was the solar plexus energy. They were sitting there surrounded by the whites, and the white was spirit energy. It was being surrounded by, so it's like two souls, the solar plexus energy coming together, surrounded by spirit, helping you to work collaboratively toward something. It is a new beginning because eggs are something that I have at the beginning of the day. It reminds me of other things, but it is that bright, sunny energy. It is the nourishment. It is it was almost, the egg whites are protein, right? So it was like the spiritual energy is the protein. It is the necessary building block. So staying really connected to spirit through this process. And then remembering, though you are surrounded, you are your own individual working collaboratively with another individual to build something. Now, what are you building? It could be something to do with, of course, this energy of Venus and Mars going to be holding hands really all through February. It could totally be about love. It could be about the yin and the yang energy and how do you bring that all together. So then the next thing they showed me, because I was like really skeptical about the whole egg thing, was they were showing me carrots popping up on these fields. So it was like sunrise, so it was definitely has to do with the beginning, the new, and there was a mountain in the distance and the sun was coming up over the rise, and there were these rows and rows of carrots. Now, carrots are a root vegetable. It feels like it's very important that you get yourself grounded and rooted. There were no weeds. So clearing things out, creating space. It was nice and neat and orderly. There was just the brown earth and the green popping up, and you could see just the hint at the beginning of the tops, but not really. It was more, they were very young looking plants to me. And the sun was coming up and I heard the rooster crowing. So rooster crowing, again, the sunrise, the beginning, the new day. But it also, to me, a rooster is about not being afraid to speak your truth, not being afraid to speak up and speak out, not being afraid, kind of strutting your stuff kind of energy that comes from that, you know. It's like being proud of who you are, but it also, again, that Venus-Mercury thing, are you calling out, trying to attract in an energy that complements your energy, and that doesn't necessarily mean romance, okay? I just really want to emphasize that, because when they broke things down for me, for some of you, yes, but for others of you, this feels like project. So the next thing they showed me was this green swirling energy. So this is healing, this is heart energy, this is This is definitely the heart chakra, and the heart chakra is where we live from. It is the energy of creation. So we create out of the solar plex, out of the sacral chakra, we put it out into the world with the solar plexus, the sun, right? But it is in the heart chakra that we communicate between what we're creating here, manifesting here in the 3D world, and that download of information that's coming from spirit. And again, the throat chakra. And so as it comes together, the yellow and the blue of the throat chakra, the rooster, right, coming together in this green swirling in the heart chakra. So this is locking in. This is pulling in this energy, and anchoring it into your heart chakra. And what I also saw was, it was like these okay, so the green was swirling around, and then there were these white energetic masses, which really, they were separated, and then they would come together and they would look like people, and then they would pull apart, and they'd come together and they look like items, and then they would pull apart. But it was always coming together and pulling apart, but still the bottom part was connected. It was interdependence. It's not codependency, it's interdependence. So there is a project, a beginning, a relationship. There's something new, which is very important that you stay rooted and you stay grounded in who you are, that you speak your truth, that you work from integrity, that it is your truth that is coming through, but you are working, you're building something collaboratively, and it's very healing to your soul. It's very healing. The green was everywhere, though, so I feel like it was not only healing for you, but healing, like the carrot, rows of carrots coming up. There were so many of them. Carrots also are about eyesight, and so be sure to pay attention to the details. Things are going to become more clear. They're saying more clear as things continue to grow. So you are at the beginning stages. You're at the beginning stages. Also, the orange of the carrots is definitely sacral chakra. That's the creative energy. So when you are rooted and you're grounded in your own truth and your own integrity and what it is, then you will, bring up the sweetness. You will create from the sweetness and the, wow, okay. Because now I'm just seeing honey dripping all over everything. So there's a sweetness to this project. There's something that is very, very satisfying and very creative and very emotionally connected for you. So let's break that down a little. If you are a rising sign, what they showed to me was that mountain that was in the distance. I saw you coming down a path from it, and I said, okay, what? And they were like, think of astrology, and I was like, oh yeah. All right, so if you are a rising sign, Capricorn season, which we're coming out of it, January, we're coming out of it. We move into, actually, as the time I'm recording this, by the time you're seeing this, it is already Aquarius season. So you're coming down out of your 12th house, that spiritual connection, that pulling your energy in, that hermiting time where you are pulling your energy in, and you are, okay, so they're showing me Venus and Mars. So Venus and Mars are going to conjunct coming up. They come into conjunction in March. So they're working toward this conjunction. Mars might already be in Capricorn. If it's not, it's going to be there any day now. So we have Mars and we have Venus in Capricorn. We have Mercury retrograding into Capricorn and then going to pull out. So there is this communication with Pluto there, transformation. It is the integration. It is the yin and yang. It is the creating the harmony. So it was a refresh and a renew cycle that you're coming out of. And as you move into your first house, Aquarius rising, as you move into your first house, it is this communication of putting together thoughts with actions, feelings with actions, and expressing it out into the world in a way. As we finish out the month of February, Venus and Mars are going to be holding hands. They actually have an actual conjunction on the 16th of February. So, but they never get that far apart. They are like one passes the other, then the other passes. There's this thing going on with them. So they're collaborating. they're collaborating. And on the first week of March, they both are out of, Venus is out of shadow, ready to take action. Mercury gets out of shadow on February 24th. So there's a lot of energy around something that you're trying to create, but this has been a time of refreshing and renewing, and allow yourself the opportunity this month to integrate, to find the balance and find the harmony within. If you're an Aquarius moon, what I saw for you was a waterfall. And I said, but Aquarius doesn't really like, it was tumbling. There was so much emotional energy. It was huge. And then I saw you step out into the middle of the waterfall. You know, like they do when they go down the slide at Atlantis? It was like that crossing and then you just slid right down the waterfall and you went in. You dropped right into the emotional energy, right into the emotional waters. I think that Venus and energy is Venus and Mars coming together is bringing some of that in. And I think this is a month where you might actually drop really into your emotional energy. Don't fight it. Go with the flow is what they're saying, because you came out and you floated downstream. And so go with the flow. You did not crash and tumble on the rocks. You glided through. So go ahead and get into your emotional waters and see where they take you. Then if you are an Aquarius sun, I saw you in the water, but you were in a canoe, and there were two of you. And there were, so you're in flow. You were flowing through the center. You were working together really well. But there were several places along the way where you could jump out. Like, not jump out of the canoe, but pull the canoe out, like outlet points. If you, there was, where you could get up onto the shore and pull it up. There were different opportunities, and I wasn't sure which one you were going to take, but you guys were working together, and it's a decision you're going to make with somebody. So then I asked what the challenge was for the collective, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What is your challenge? And what they showed me was a volcano erupting. And as it erupted, it spewed out a dragon. And the dragon came out breathing fire. And it swooped down into this village. And its tail was taking out, knocking down homes and everything. And it was just breathing fire. The challenge is going to be, to me, that is the eruption of anger and the damage it can do if you let it get ahead of you. So that's your caution. Your opportunity was it was a bunch of clouds coming together, like they were forming a puzzle, and it was all this blue and then this white. And so again, the blue would be your truth, but it was a lighter blue, so it was more like the higher heart, combining with the throat chakra, right? So this is definitely truth and integrity and ideas, because they came together and they formed a puzzle. They came together like puzzle pieces, and when they formed, they looked like a light bulb. And they were white, and so it feels very spirit-oriented, spirit-guided. So this looks like a really amazing opportunity to work collaboratively with people this month. I do want to caution you to not have a big eruption, breathing fire. I don't know that that's a good thing. It was a very much scorched earth kind of situation there. All right, let's get your animal totem or two. So I love when Spirit does this. The one that came flying out, really? You get 3. The one that came flying out, oh wow. What for? Huh. So what did I say? It's a month to collaborate. The first one that I saw was the ants. It's called collaboration. Time to collaborate, the ant spirit. And they're putting together pieces of a puzzle. So this is definitely a month where you're working together. And again, you have the yin and the yang here. We've got one ant upright and the other one, you know, upside down. It's working together, seeing things from a different perspective. We have saying your truth and your integrity, right? We have the dog spirit. Be loyal to what you love. Don't let other people push you around. It is interdependence. It is not codependence. It's really important that you remember this is not, I'm going to put this one down here. This is definitely not about losing yourself. It is about enhancing your ideas and your thoughts and your dreams and growing them, but working with somebody. For those of you, this one that came last, I think this is for the Aquarius moons. Okay, and the ascendants. This is not so much for the sun. This is for the ascendants, as in that integration period. Be willing to go deep in order to integrate the pieces within you and then to work together with somebody. But we have the swan spirit. Time for a deep dive. Time for a deep dive. So, yeah, I think you're going to go flying down this waterfall. Go ahead and dive in. And then we have you guys showing up for yourselves. We have the starfish, which is, of course, a star, open to infinite possibilities. But it's all going to happen with this collaborative effort and staying honest and true. And look at all this blue here. I really want to remind you to stay very much in your own personal truth. And I think that deep dive that could be for all of you would be to make sure that you're diving deeply into who you are and what it is that is important to you and what it is that you need. All right, let's go ahead and get into the tarot here. I'm going to try to timestamp so it helps you if you want to come back and take a look throughout the month for something specifically for you. That's my goal and my hope. All right, so let's just see what we have here. We're using Kim Krantz's The Wild Unknown. Okay. And just so you know, the first card that came flying out there was the Devil. So that's Capricorn season, among other things. All right, you guys are completing a cycle. In the environment, you have the sun, those eggs. I also want to show you that it looks like an egg at the bottom up here because the sun's there. It is a time of ending new beginnings in order to bring in you have the sun and the moon, the yin and the yang. Your overall energy is the moon. In your environment, you have the sun. There's an opportunity here to balance. And in the outgo card, oh my God, you guys. Oh my God. This is fabulous. All right. I don't want to jump too far ahead. I really want to. Okay. You see everything here? Okay. Let's not jump too far ahead. Here you find yourself with this Devil energy to start, the Capricorn energy. But this one shows, it definitely shows the mountain goat. You guys, and I just kept seeing the mountain in the distance, but the sun was coming up over it. You were on this side of the mountain. And so I feel like you've already climbed the mountain. You've already worked your way through it. You've overcome the obstacles. The third eye here is open with a pentacle. And it could be that you are focusing on finances. The feet are on fire. So there was a need to get moving, to keep moving, to overcome things. The horns here are definitely a way to get in touch with your antenna. I know it says the devil. It doesn't feel like devil energy. It feels like the Capricorn energy. And the Capricorn energy is overcoming obstacles. It is allowing yourself to take the next step, to move through things step by step, to see where you are right now and where do you go next, but always with the goal in mind, right? So if you're climbing a mountain, you know you want to get to the top, right? Oh God. All right, so what they're showing me is not gentle hiking up the mountain. They're showing me someone who's free climbing up a side of a cliff. You want to get to the top, and you reach out, and that may or may not be a strong foothold, and you might slide, and you'll have to catch yourself. So there's this energy of trying to find the right next step, the right next placement. Where do I go next? How do I do this next? So here you guys sitting here in your superpower, in your conscious mind, you have the Daughter of Swords, the Page of Swords. This is using wisdom and knowledge. This is seeking wisdom and knowledge, they're saying. So, do you have enough information? The Princess of Swords would be seeking information and knowledge. And who do you need to talk to? Who could you talk to? What could you study? What do you need to learn to find the next foothold or figure out the next step to go? At the in the subconscious, we have the Swan again. We have the Daughter of Cups. So let's talk about that. All the chakras are lit up there. And they're deep in the water. Dive deep. Balancing out your chakra energy. But also, swans appear to be gliding, right? They appear to glide. But underneath, their feet are moving really fast. Again, the feet are on fire. All the energy is going on here in the feet. There's a need to get grounded and rooted. Grounded and rooted, the carrots. Okay, so there's a need to get grounded and rooted in what's going on for you and what it is that you truly desire. Remember, we kept talking about your truth. A need to really know what your truth is. The energy to lean into is you have the Ace of Swords. You guys are all over your reading here. Like all of the things that are your superpowers. Lean into them. Your ability to discern and to decide, to cut through the BS. Okay, they just showed me the dragon again. So, we're going to, in the challenge, we have the Judgment card. It's really important that you discern and you decide, but you don't necessarily blast it out there. Because here you're walking away. We have the Eight of Cups. Wait, that's the Seven of Cups. Discern it. Look at the mountains. Got the mountains. We got the moon here. Here would be the sunrise coming up, right? When the sun comes, oh, look at this. I never noticed this before. This is really cool. Okay, so here we have the mountains, the obstacles. There's all these choices here. The cups are upright. Which one do I pick? But when the sun comes up and you put it this way, you're on the other side of the mountain because the mountain's down here, right? And there's only one cup. There's only one cup. I'm putting it like this. The overall energy is the moon. The using your intuition to help you, to guide you, right? And if you do that, you'll be guided through the night, over the mountains, through the obstacles, in the darkness here. Get your feet on fire, right? But staying focused, right? The pentacles, what are you focused on? That important thing that you're focused on. And with the sun, it comes the clarity. The clarity, and the sun is in the environment. It's coming to you. It may not be this month. You may not get full clarity on everything because it's in the environment. You may not get the full clarity until March. There is so much happening that first week of March that tells me people are going to have a lot of clarity. There's a lot of things happening. But this month, after what, February 2nd? Let's see, on the first we have the new moon in your sign, and on the 3rd, Mercury moves direct. And when Mercury moves direct, Venus moved direct on the 29th of January. So by the time we're in February, every planet is moving forward. And by the end of the month, everybody's out of shadow except Venus, but she gets out of shadow on the 3rd of March, 2nd or 3rd. So everything is starting to move forward. Your opportunity here is to complete a cycle. We have the 10 of Wands. The opportunity here is, I think you maybe have too many things going on, and how do you narrow it down to the one thing? By working collaboratively with somebody. You're nearing the end of a cycle. The outgoing cards are freaking amazing. First off, you have this 9 of Pentacles. So by focusing on where it is that you want to go, this is the card of independence, but the way they have this wrapped up, they have 4 feathers, which to me are air sign. 4 feathers around it, supporting it. So your ability to discern and decide creates independence, right? Nobody likes independence more than an Aquarius. To me, you guys are like cats. Very independent, very observant, paying attention, and, oh, you're annoying me. I'm just going to go over there. Oh, wait, I need something, so I'll talk to you right now, but if you annoy me, I'm leaving. It's beautiful. My favorite, you have no idea how much I love cats. At one point, I had 15 of them. At the same time. So I love that. I love that they're not so needy. And I love that, that when they want something, they're willing to ask for it. I think you need to be looking around to who do you need to ask for the help. Speaking of cats, we got a big cat showing up here for you. It's the High Priestess. That moon energy. Okay? Using your intuition in concert with your really sharp mind is going to help you to figure out what to do next. And what you're going to do, you have the Star card. Focus on, and the sun is a star also, right? So focus on your dreams, your goals. Subconsciously, there's that cup, the Princess of Cups. When this flips up and you get the clarity, you'll know which this cup is. It's coming. It's this cup right here. It's beautiful. All right. I'm going to just kind of slide things out of my way so that I can shuffle. I know you won't be able to see everything, but if we need it, we'll refer to it. I just really need to be able, I need some space to work in. Okay. So, let's take a look at 2816. Let's break down the guidance here, okay? So we're going to start with Aquarius Sun, and we're going to pull chakra cards for you. Although I kind of, let's just see what happens here. I was going to say, it's going to be the 3rd chakra. You'll notice I'm wearing blue today. Spirit told me to. Now I know why. Okay, so this one says communication, self-expression, exchange, sharing, and connection. So really working and activating your throat chakra, speaking your truth, leaning in to this energy is going to be really important, right? Like really focusing in on your energy of who you are and what it is that you really and truly want here is going to bring you what it is that you need. So by giving yourself the gift of communicating in a way that people can receive it. Not the dragon. Not the dragon. Right? Definitely don't want to do that. But you have a real opportunity here this month to work collaboratively with others, to bring some idea in that really works for you. All right. Let's look at Moon. Okay, Moon. Holy cow. Okay, Moon, solar plexus showing up for you guys big time. You have the inner child and self-esteem. Don't forget to let yourself out to play. Remember when you were a kid and you would put a line on a paper and you would proudly take it to your mom and she'd say, "Oh my God, that's the most amazing thing I ever saw in my life." And she'd stick it up on the refrigerator and then you would say, "Oh my God, I love that so much. I'm going to go do that again." So I have a couple of Aquarius children, and a little while ago I was going through all my stuff like everybody else right now. We're all sorting out. Like that is a thing everybody's doing. And I was going through and finally I said, all right, I seriously don't need, because I saved everything because I'm a Cancer mom, right? I don't need... There were like 300 pieces of paper, and that is not really an exaggeration, that had like a line or two on them that we have dated and stuck up on the refrigerator. So I kept like one from like the first one she gave me, and I kept a couple from later on where they were when they were more than just a line. So you also have here, Moon, your physical health. There's a need to balance to take care of yourself. You have the home, safety, shelter, nurturing and warmth, and physical health. So let go. Dive into your emotional waters. What brings you happiness and what brings you joy? And what nurtures you and makes you feel good. And so I almost feel like you need to take some kind of an action step, though, for your physical health. So vitality, strength, balance. Okay, they're showing me really gentle movement like swimming and yoga. So something really gentle especially if you haven't worked out in a while. Of course, talk to your doctor. You know, don't just jump into something except your emotional waters, and see where that takes you. But yeah, so it's time to what was fun when you were a kid. If there was something you really enjoyed doing as a child, you should do that, but also keep it all in balance, right? This is about balance. So this is about your physical health and resting and nurturing and taking care of yourself and doing what it is that you need. All right, and let's take a look. Wow. I'm just going to leave that there. It totally flipped out. The solar plexus energy. So that's for you, rising, and I just actually think it's for everybody. I just feel like that's just for everybody. But okay, so Aquarius rising. Coming down off the mountain. So you have movement, perseverance, and discipline. That is Capricorn energy, by the way. Persistent movement, motivated, keep moving. Coming down off the mountain, but you have perspective. You have the third eye chakra, the seeing. So putting together your intuition, that moon card, the high priestess card, what is it that you've gathered along the way, and then how can you put it into action in a way that benefits? So taking steps. You can't just rest. You have to take some action steps here. Complete the project. It would take persistence and motivation to organize all of those sticks together into a nice, neat pile. So finish the project that you're working on. You guys are doing such great work. Such great work. Oops. I really want to put it up here where you can see it. There we go. All right. I want to take a look at, for Sun, Moon, and Rising, that North Node, South Node. Just as if you are an Aquarius rising, the North Node is in your it's in Taurus, so it's in your house of home, and your South Node would be in your career sector. So for you, this movement, this discipline, it could be finding the balance, right? The yin and the yang. We're going to go ahead and do you first since I'm already on that topic. So, North Node advice for Aquarius rising. It is, and South Node, please. It is how do you balance your home and your career? Now, because Aquarius energy is so strong, this could actually apply to all of you. So if it resonates for you, please take that in. So the North Node, you have memory and leadership. But they have rosemary. Rosemary is something that you burn to celebrate a new beginning. Like for the Chinese New Year that's coming up on the new moon. And that new moon is on the 1st of February. So there would be this energy of a rebirth process. And there's this leadership, which is definitely that Capricorn energy that you guys had coming through. And remember, you have discipline, motivation, perseverance. You know, so using your truth and the new perspective that you've gained this month. But in general, for the next 18 months, there's a need to step into a leadership role for yourself that allows you, I want to say, it almost feels like muscle memory. Okay, so deeper levels of connection with people, concepts, and plans are all areas to work with. You are reminded to ensure that you are in touch with your inner wisdom. So that waterfall also could be diving deep into your emotional waters. Same with that swan, your intuition, right? Listen to your intuition. It is calling you to be present, but also to be careful that you are not a gossip. So things to be focusing on is being really present, using your intuition to help you to lead and to guide others this year as you work out how to balance things. In the South Node, what are you letting go of? Wow. Letting go of the things that make you feel not strong. You're letting go of things that, okay. Where do you feel like you're being over-controlled? This is be your career sector, right? And so you have strength and hope here. The funnel here has lots of shoots that come up. So it's collaborative working together, but it's strength. And again, so you stepping into leadership and not letting others dictate to you how to run your life. And you have this daffodil, that nice sunny solar plexus energy. And it's called hope. It is about focusing on what you're good at, what are you strong at, where can you lead, how can you create the balance using your intuition this year to lead you in the direction that you need to go so that you can create the changes in your life that you want by using your intuition. So it is an 18-month cycle. The North Node is going to be in Taurus until fall of, or summerish fall of 2023. So, got a little bit of time there. Aquarius Sun. Well, Aquarius Sun. Aquarius Sun, you have the violets, which is tranquility, and you have the peppermint, which is success. I use peppermint to bring in clarity. When I'm trying to focus on something that I have to work, I will burn a peppermint candle or peppermint oil. It is through your clarity. And the violets here, this tranquility, it's peace. So you have an opportunity over the course of the next 18 months to really focus on what means success to you. Where do you find the peace? How do you feel whole and complete? Because, oh, that's interesting. Look, the South Node has the grapes. They're all bunched up together. And the violets they're connected, but they're not bunched up together. I think you need to create some space for yourself. Like emotionally, physically, mentally, like some area of your life, you feel like everybody's on top of you. You need a little space in order to feel comfortable, like to feel at peace. You need space. And because of this being purple, it feels like more time in meditation. I think if you focus more on spending time in meditation over the course of the next 18 months, and meditation can be done through walking. It can be done through taking a nice long bath. It can be actually guided meditations or sitting quietly or whatever. There's a need to connect with spirit. See how the grapes here are pointing down? They're all bunched and crunched together, but they're pointing down, but the violets are reaching up and they're opening up. And so I feel like taking the opportunity over the next 18 months to really reach for connection to spirit. Peppermint is very much about the clarity. It's the opening up. It's the higher elevated chakras to me. You have here the dahlia refinement. And there's that little muddling thing there. There's a need to clear some space. I just feel like you need to clear some space to connect in with spirit. Yeah, it's about communication. So there are messages coming into you. There are messages coming in, I think, from your spirit guide team. And I think you're so cramped up, busy, busy, busy. Create some space. See how both of these plants have a lot of space? Create some space to connect in with spirit over the course of the next 18 months. I think that when you do that, then you'll know what to do, because you'll have the ability to discern and to have the clarity of thought. And so I just think that creating space for yourself on a regular basis, that space can be created also. They're showing me journaling. So you can create space for your thoughts. When it's on paper, it's not in your head and you can sleep at night. But also it's a great way to connect in with spirit and to get to channel messages from your higher self when you sit down and you have a regular writing practice. All right, Moon, they just gave you one for each. So you have an opportunity here to attract to your life what it is that you truly want. But this feels, again, like a spiritual connection. But we have the yellow of the solar plexus and the third eye, and we have a pendulum. And the pendulum swings both ways. So whatever's been swinging away from you, you have the ability now to attract it back to you. And we have here, though, what you need to release is your lack of trust. You want to work on trusting. So it just says that South Node is in Scorpio, and Scorpio is a little bit distrusting of others. And so the pansy is this open, wide open, happy face, which, by the way, blooms in May, Taurus season. So it's really interesting there. So if you're an Aquarius moon, it is about attracting into your life what you want by opening yourself up to trusting. By opening yourself up to trusting yourself. Definitely trusting your own intuition, right? Because we have that purple, the intuition. Trusting what it is that you want to create. That attraction there, that's that Libra energy. That is drawing and attracting, and it's water energy. So this is emotional. You have the ability to attract into your life what it is that you truly want emotionally. Oh, before I get to that, I want to do the birthday messages. All right. Birthday message. If your birthday is the 19th of January to the 23rd, you have a love life. The basis of your question involves your romantic life, which is now changing for the better. So if your birthday is January 19th through the 23rd, this year you have an opportunity to attract in a romantic relationship, or the one that you are currently in, taking it to a new level. If your birthday is the 24th through the 30th, you have divine timing and marriage. Holy crap. This time is right now for you to move forward. The fairies join you in celebrating wedded bliss. So for those of you getting married this year, well, my goodness, congratulations. Some of you, though, it may be that there's a member of your family. Marriage, it doesn't feel like business. I guess it could be a collaboration on a business level, but that felt, so there's a divine timing thing in order there. So that was the 24th through the 30th. If your birthday is the 31st of January through February 6th, let's just see. Ooh, a little stuck there. Let's try that one more time. Thank you. Let's see what we get for you. You have everything is okay. Don't worry. It's all working out in a beautiful way. There's a need this year to be in flow, to allow things to come to you. See how that purple, that healing. So letting go, releasing what doesn't work for you, focusing in, using your third eye to really connect with spirit and trust. That, again, is that trust energy to bring into you what it is that you want. If your birthday is February 7th through the 13th, this year, your solar return message is... Some of you are going back to school, or studying, or leveling up, deepening your studies on something, or you need more information. You might be reading a lot. Really, Aquarius? You need more information about the situation. Look into it further before proceeding. We have daughter. The answer to your question involves your daughter. So for some of you, if you're pregnant, it might be a girl. For others of you, there's a situation maybe around a younger female in your life. Could be a daughter. It could be a daughter to you. So it could be like maybe a close friend, niece, somebody like that, where there's a situation going on that needs a little bit more help. But look at this. You have the spiritual teacher. Your life purpose involves teaching others about healing and spirituality. If this is something that you're interested in, it might be the thing that you're doing more research on, and it could be that you're working with females who are younger than you. And so there's an opportunity here to do these things. So that also, it could just be that you're learning and teaching and healing yourself, and this could be your inner child. Don't worry if you're a male or a female. Daughters are also receptive energy, right? They're the feminine energy, and so your inner child receiving the love and the nurturing that it needs as you grow and develop in your own spirituality of what it is that you're trying to create. If your birthday is the 14th of February through the 18th, you have easy does it. Stop trying so hard to control everything, and all the doors were open for you. That being in flow energy, and you have affirmations to lift up your thoughts and energy, and to attract what you desire, use positive affirmations. So a good positive affirmation has only positive words in it. I am financially free and independent. All of my needs are met. I am in a loving, joy-filled relationship. Those are positive affirmations. So basically what they're saying is make a wish, state it as a positive affirmation, and then just like with a candle, you blow out the candle and you wait for the signs and the opportunities to come to you. It's attracting, not chasing energy. Overall, final messages for you guys for the month. Oh my God, I love this. You guys have free spirit and you have a world of hope. I really couldn't have asked, I don't think, for better messages for you with everything that's going on here. So Free Spirit says, reach for it. The signs of good fortune are all around you. You race off again fearlessly to a new level of achievement and success. Your intelligence and resourcefulness, empowered by heavenly inspiration, will take you far. The Ace of Swords and the Moon, the High Priestess energy. Intuition and your ability to clearly discern and decide. Just be careful again. I just want to remind you again of the dragons. They just showed it to me again. Okay, and then you have the world of hope. Hope has been the driving force that that has seen you through all the difficult times, and now hope is here. Your future is filled with love, laughter, and fulfilled dreams. Open your arms to embrace the world of hope. You know, it was your outcome cards. The Star card, the High Priestess, and Free Spirit. That is definitely interdependence and freedom when you have the Nine of Pentacles. You guys are so on track. All right, you guys have a fabulous month ahead. I will see you back here next month. I really wish you so much success. And again, happy birthday to you. You guys take good care.